everybody! Long time no see. I'm Mrs. Hamilton, and this is the Dragon Room. Our Skin, a First Conversation About Race by Megan Madison, Jessica Rowley, and Isabel Roxas. Young children notice a lot, including skin color, race, and even injustice and racism. It can be hard to find the right words to answer their questions or to start a conversation about race. But when we don't talk about it, children often come to their own conclusions, which can include bias and stereotypes because of the world we live in. Simple conversations can help them make sense of their world and even recognize and speak up about injustice. This book is a good place to start or continue the conversation. It's okay to take a break, leave something out for now, or weave in stories of your own. Megan and Jessica. Megan Pamela Ruth Madison, trainer at the Center for Racial Justice in Education. Jessica Rowley, Early Childhood Programs Coordinator at Brooklyn Public Library. Isabel Roxas, illustrator and indie publisher. Our Skin, a First Conversation About Race. Words by Megan Madison and Jessica Rowley. Art by Isabel Roxas. We all have skin. It comes in different colors. What color is your skin? We see different skin colors at the playground, at the grocery store, and on TV. What skin colors do you see? Our friends have different skin tones. So do people in our families. What about in your family? Our skin is beautiful, strong, and important just the way it is. What do you love about your skin? We get our color from something smart inside our bodies called melanin that protects our skin from the sun. You have melanin too. We all do. Everybody has just the right amount for them. The darker your skin, the more melanin you have. The lighter your skin, the less melanin you have. Melanin makes our skin many beautiful shades from dark to light. What do you call your unique skin color? We may use color words to describe people, like black and white. Sometimes we say people of color to talk about all the groups of people who aren't white. Our world has so many different groups of people, so there are lots of words we use. Black, Asian, African, Latinx, Indigenous, White, Arab, Pacific Islander, American, racial, and so many more. Skin color can't tell you much about what people are like, what they know, what foods they think are yummy, what their favorite books are, or even where they were born. Just by looking at someone, you can't tell who they are on the inside, but sometimes people try to anyway. A long time ago, way before you were born, a group of white people made up an idea called race. They sorted people by skin color and said that white people were better, smarter, prettier, and that they deserved more than everybody else. That isn't true or fair at all, but it's a story that has been told for a long time. When people believe this untrue story about race, that's called racism. Racism is also the things people do and the unfair rules they make about race so that white people get more power and are treated better than everybody else. Racism happens in lots of big and small ways. It's all around us, even if we don't always notice it. Racism can be a rule, like if someone says only friends with white skin can play. Racism can be an idea, like thinking princesses only have blonde hair. Racism can be a way we've done things for a long time, like how there aren't as many books written about people of color. Racism can be on purpose, like calling a person of color a mean name because of their skin color. Racism can be by mistake, like if the same friend always has to play the bad guy. Racism hurts and is always unfair. That's why it's important to talk about it and do our part to make things better. All the time, even right now, people are working for racial justice by telling the truth and sharing feelings, by treating people the way they want to be treated, by bravely saying, "That's not right," by marching in protest, by singing songs that bring us together, by changing unfair rules, by teaching, helping, learning, and listening. We can do it too. Continue the conversation. Skin color. Even babies notice skin color, and every person has a unique skin tone. Simply talking about it helps children learn that it's not a taboo subject and can open the door to more in depth conversations about race. You can talk about skin tone in the same way you notice all the parts of your body. Introduce different skin colors using playtime, when you may already be talking about physical attributes like size, shape, and color. Race related observations. Young children are curious about race and may make race related observations in close proximity to the person they are wondering about. Though this can be awkward for adults, it's important not to shut children down. Try making a calm observation like, "I see you're noticing that." Follow with an affirmation like, "I love how curious you are." Then redirect if you can't talk about it more in the moment. Right now, we need to blank, but I want to talk more about this when we get blank. Family diversity. Young children often think that the way their family looks is the way all families look. Find regular opportunities to point out family diversity and different skin tones within families. Give examples using books, photos, or dolls during playtime. Identity terms. When we aren't used to talking about race, it can be hard to know where to start or what language to use. And words like black and white may even seem like bad words. They're not. Having accurate and appropriate language for social identity groups empowers children. Introduce identity terms during play or while reading books to help young children learn the language they need to describe themselves and to be comfortable with human differences. Stereotypes and prejudice. Children as young as 6 months categorize people by skin color, and by 3 years they may start to demonstrate racial bias. One reason for this is that young children tend to generalize. Try to guide conversations to individuals rather than groups. For example, if a child said, "Daddies go to work," you can say, "Which daddy are you thinking about?" These shifts in thinking help children learn that generalizations and stereotypes are problematic. Race. You may have learned that race is a social construct, but what does that really mean? And how do you explain it? Race is an idea that emerged in modern times and that has no basis in biology or science. Racial categories were invented to advantage white people and to justify slavery, colonialism, and genocide. There are still many people who don't know or understand this history. To talk about race and racism with young children, it's important to start or continue the work of understanding it yourself so you are comfortable breaking it down. To learn more, visit our website for recommended books and articles. Racism. You have permission to talk to young children not just about diversity and differences, but also about injustice. Young children are already seeing, being impacted by, and perpetuating racism. As the grown-ups in their lives, we should not avoid topics that are confusing, scary, or sad. We need to help them understand and navigate those topics and feelings. Learn how to explain racism in your own words. This will help you find the right words to explain it to young children and follow their lead when they have questions. Call out racism as it manifests in your own lives and continue to discuss this openly with your children. This will help them do the same as they grow. For more on ways to define and understand racism, visit our website. Empowerment and activism. Young children learn more by watching what you do than from what you say about your beliefs. Racism is baked into the culture of the United States. In order to undo this system, we must actively participate in anti-racist efforts. There are so many different ways to get involved. Brainstorm ideas together and start small in your community. For more ideas on ways to empower activism in young children, visit our website. Visit firstconversations.com for up-to-date information, support, and ideas.
If you liked this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that you never miss another one. I've been Mrs. Hamilton, and you have been awesome. Annyeong!